It could eventually lead to a case in the European Court of Justice. The disagreement centres around a bill in the British Parliament which would violate international law. If passed, it could ignore trade rules involving Northern Ireland. Brexit is one of the topics that leaders from the bloc have discussed during a summit that is taking place in Brussels.
This morning, the Commission has decided to send a letter of formal notice to the UK government. This is the first step in an infringement procedure. The letter invites the UK government to send its observations within a month. And besides this, the Commission will continue to work hard towards a full and timely implementation of the withdrawal agreement. We stand by our commitments.
Al Jazeera's Paul Brennan has more on this now from Westminster.
The last line of Ursula von der Leyen's statement, I thought, was important. We stand by our commitments, she said. And I think that goes to the crux of the exasperation that the European Union is feeling, having seen the British side in the negotiations essentially go back on the pre-agreed terms of the withdrawal agreement. And having given the British 3 weeks to amend the Internal Markets Bill and by the end of September take out those controversial clauses, the fact that they didn't meant it was inevitable that on the 1st of October, Ursula von der Leyen would have to come out with this statement. Whether it will inevitably mean a day in court is by no means a foregone conclusion, though. There are plenty of ways that this can be avoided. First of all, the British can relent, and one route is through the agreement of the free trade agreement before the end of the transition period. And the fact that they're still talking, they're still negotiating in Brussels, I think is a good sign. Whether they can do it in time, though, is another matter. The British have set a deadline of the 15th of October. The European Union, I think, believes that's unrealistic and thinks early to mid-November is more likely. But the fact that they're still talking, I think, is a positive sign. And it's not yet an absolute foregone conclusion that the two sides will face each other in some massive day in court.